Hello again, YouTube land. It's me. Once again, I'm trying out this new format to hold people over while I work on a big badass cartoon about a banana. And today I want to talk about finishing projects. This is something that people ask me kind of often. I do have a decent track record of finishing projects. I've got a decent amount of animations up here. 4 episodes of a web series, but who's counting? So yeah, it's something that I'm decent at. I can finish a cartoon. So when people ask me how I do that, it's a tricky question for me because I think it kind of comes down to a philosophical question that is different for everyone, which is what's best? Is it best to sort of push through and have discipline and sit down and do something even when you don't want to, or is it to keep it fun, keep it light, go to it when you want to work on it, and if you don't want to work on it, then don't work on it? Most people, especially on YouTube, will tell you the former. Just like, you just got to do the work, you just got to sit down and there's truth to it. I don't mean to entirely dismiss it. There's a lot of truth to it, but it definitely, in our culture, I think there's a real grind set. There's a real hustle culture going on that should be criticized. But I want to say I know people who practice the latter, who only come to their projects when they're feeling it, and they're happy, healthy people who do finish their projects. I'll name drop. It's Kalen Whitfield. It's Jazzlight. He's someone who works on his stuff when he feels like working on it, and he finishes them, and they look incredible. But I would argue that Kalen and people like him, they have a lot of confidence in their work, and I think that's the sauce that a lot of people are missing. And when I say confidence, I'm referring to a book I read a long time ago called The Confidence Gap, where essentially I'll summarize the whole book, because they say this over and over again. The feeling of confidence comes after the actions of confidence. I think they actually flip that. I think they say the actions of confidence come first, the feelings come later, blah blah blah. The point is that if you're waiting to feel ready to work on something you're intimidated to work on, you never will. You at some point have to just start working on it, and through habit of doing it over and over again, you will start to just feel confident in it and less intimidated by it. And so I would argue that my friend Kalen is able to finish his projects because he has that confidence. Maybe he feels differently. Maybe I'll bring him on and we can hash that out. But as the proverb goes, starting is the hardest part. And that has definitely been true for me. In fact, starting Bento 5 took a really long time for me to start because I was waiting to be motivated. On the 4 previous bentos, there was just like a big moment that just like, oh yeah, like this is it. Now but that's my sign from God. Let's go. And that did not happen with Bento 5. And I waited like a long time for something to happen. And more or less eventually I was like, I think I just have to start, just do a little bit at a time. And I did. And eventually I got like less and less intimidated and started doing it more regularly. This is my usual approach to doing something that I'm afraid to do. I will set a timer for at least 20 minutes. It can really be whatever you want. It can be 5, 10, 20, 30. But I'll set that timer and I will say, I just have to engage in this activity or project until the time runs out. And if I want to do more after, great. If I don't, great. If I don't, it's okay, because I lived to my value. I value creating, and I did that today. So, hooray for me. And eventually, I just don't need the timer anymore. I want to go to it. I like doing it. It's less scary. Something also worth mentioning is I don't finish all my projects. There are a lot of them I don't finish for a lot of reasons, but I also don't regret anything I've never been able to finish, I don't think. There's a little bit of stuff here and there where I'm like, that would have been cool. But most things I didn't finish, in a way I think I didn't finish because there was something inauthentic about them. That sounds a little wooey almost, I don't know, but at a certain point it just stopped being actually the thing that I needed to say or do. Sometimes I even start a project for the wrong reasons. Sometimes I'll start a cartoon because I want views or something surface level, and I usually just can't finish those projects. There's nothing really there of substance for me. So that might be something worth taking into consideration when you can't finish a project. It's possible you don't want to, but don't think too hard about that. And also I would say, like, you don't have to treat your art like you're a samurai. Like, you don't have to be super disciplined, cutthroat, like pushing yourself. Like, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Like, why do you want to do that? I mean, I'm sure you have reasons, but like, are they good reasons? That's worth asking. Yeah, I guess the short version is take care of yourself and just try to be happy. Wow, look at me, little philosopher. Alright, Bento 5 update for those of you paying attention. We are in the process of trying to find someone really cool to play the main villain. We want someone special. We want someone that's gonna be like really exciting for, at least for me. But we don't know who yet, and I don't want to like tease any potential people. Just, I thought that would be something interesting worth noting. They're also looking like there's gonna be a little something special down the line coming up to hold you over. It's Bento related, and it's not like a cartoon per se. It's different, but I think it's gonna be cool. That's all I'll say for now, I think. Anyway, I hope you like this. If you want to support what I'm doing, check me out on Patreon. I'm hoping to be more active there soon, trying to figure some stuff out. I think that's it. Thanks so much. As always, subscribe, like. If you want to vibe with what I'm putting out there, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye.